Alright, so you're all residents of the town San Rafael in southern Texas, right next to the Mexican border. It's the year 1869, El Paso County. And basically the town is where the Rio Grande acts as a border from Mexico. As you can see right here, this is the Rio Grande River. This is Mexico. So you could literally just stand on the side of the riverbank and just look at Mexico or the US. You have the San Rafael Bridge that leads into both US and Mexico. And then further down, or north, I guess you would say, is towards the San Rafael Valley and amongst different other towns. The current population of the town is about 1,200 people. Roughly 60% of them are Hispanics. Most of the rest of them are white, with a few American Indians and African Americans. Many local businesses are owned by Mexicans, but Caucasians are slowly overtaking them in population and civic importance. Let's see. So you have the cowboy. Who most likely is a cow, like a hand or something for one of the ranches in like the outskirts of San Rafael. The doctor, you probably set up shop somewhere within the city, maybe in the outskirts. It's up to you. This prospector, you know that prospecting's like, it's all right up here in like the San Rafael Valley and like the mountains right here as well as the Sullivan Gap, which is kind of towards the San Rafael Valley. And then for a lawman, you basically are you work in the town marshal, which will be found
Number 10, yeah?
at 10, so right here, right next to the town square, which is right here at number 1. You'll also know that it's not only the town marshals that have authority here. There's also the U.S. Marshals, which are somewhere on the map as well. I can't this moment.
They're number 9. Oh, right there, I think.
Yep, right there. And you basically work under. You're like a legit lawman, but you work under the town marshal as well. So let's kick this thing off. Also, basically, like the city has mostly everything that you would need to thrive off of. It has like its local markets, several different saloons and taverns type places. Stuff like that. I guess the big thing that everyone would know is that when it comes to crime, the Sandoval family is mostly responsible. It's awesome. It's gossip that, the Sandoval family often raids ranches across the river in Mexico, bringing back like cattle and horses, which they sell somewhere out of town, but there's no hard proof of this, so they've kind of been able to stay out of the law's hands, and that's actually why the U.S. Marshals were placed here, was basically to keep an eye on them, along with other kind of criminal activity that you can often find within border towns between Mexico and the United States. So the day is June 1st, which is a Friday, the beginning of summer. This is where we start off our adventure. How do you pronounce your character's name? Oh, it's Kenny. Okay, you changed
Yeah.
it. Sorry, I wrote your old name in here.
Sorry.
In
The
in the
given
morning,
one, right?
yeah. In the morning, Kenny, you report to the town marshal's office as normal. When you walk into the office, the doors creak along with the wood planks on the floor. To your right is a large open space with 5 jail cells in a row next to each other, currently empty. To your right is the front desk, a small desk with a rocking chair behind it. In the chair is a Hispanic man named Felipe Valawenza, who is a deputy of the marshal, who looks like this. Oh, also, who had night watch, who is currently sleeping. He has a long, narrow nose to match his narrow chin. The man looks like he hasn't shaved in many weeks. It doesn't groom his facial hair at all. And the back, down a small hallway, is an exit, which goes to that back, and the back has an outhouse. Before the exit to the right is a door leading to the marshal's office. A man named Ricardo Mateo holds that title. A heavy-set Hispanic man that's stronger than an ox, or so he likes to say. He spends most of his time in the office drinking and ordering you, and the others. The others would be Adolfi Pena, Carlos Paez, who are off dealing with Sandoval family, with the Sandoval family incident. You are surprised that Ricardo is not with them, as he likes to deal with them personally. He has never requested you to deal with them, just the others and himself. You know, the U.S. Marshals are often investigating your office for corruption as well. So, this is kind of what Felipe looks like. But just like a more heavier beard.
Gotcha.
Ricardo will come out of his office when you kind of enter. Actually, sorry. What do you do when you enter?
I will cough and stuff to wake up Felipe, the front desk.
Yeah, he'll just kind of like open his eye, like one of his eyes, very slowly, and then he'll see it's you, and then he'll kind of like scuff, and then he'll like readjust his feet on the desk, scratch his balls a little bit, and then he'll just kind of go back to sleep. Which you know, with dealing with Felipe, this is quite normal.
Yeah. Guess we'll go report to Ricardo. See if he has any orders.
As you kind of like are looking at Felipe, you'll hear Ricardo's door open. He'll come out of his office with a flask. And this is kind of what he looks like.
Why does that look so familiar?
It's from like an old movie, I think. So he'll come out of his office with a flask and look at you and say, "Get a good night's rest." As well, obviously, he has a very like heavy Hispanic accent as he slurs his words and stumbles down the hall.
As good as I usually get. Do I have anything to do today?
So, oh, I'm glad you asked. And he'll kind of like cough into like a napkin or a handkerchief. The others are a little preoccupied at the moment. couple locals have brought it to my attention that and he stops to think for a couple seconds. Then he says, Mr. Jim Owens and his brothers and a couple others haven't been seen for a couple weeks. You know, it's those miners in the Sullivan Gap somewhere that they have that silver mine. Usually they send at least a couple people down for supplies and to get some wreck time. But people are saying they haven't seen them in a good couple weeks.
That's concerning.
No, I'm sure they're fine, but some people are worried. So if you could ask around and take a look for them, that would make paying you worth something.
Very well, sir.
Try looking for that old fool, Paxton Dukes, and that doctor, Maximo. I was gonna say Maximo. Also, if you guys could put your names in parentheses, so I can just look at you guys' names. So he's just gonna say Maximo, and then he'll even try to say. Well, I guess Gail Zabata. I don't even know how you say that, Monty.
Alcantara.
Okay, there you go. And I think that cowboy guy, they're all pretty good friends with Owen and his family. They often hang out together. You might maybe try checking one of the saloons. Maybe they're there trying to get some rec time with one of the ladies, or getting a morning drink or something.
Understood. I'll get started immediately.
So is it cool with the other guys that you guys are all kind of? They're acquaintances that talk to each other
Yeah, sure. What was
the
this guy again?
saloon or friends, but you
Okay.
definitely know Jim Owens in some way, being a friend or not really a family member, but knowing him as acquaintance or something.
Yeah.
Also, he'll say, just let him know that I'm willing to give a $10 bounty for whoever helps you out.
Understood. Again.
For the others, so there's several different locations. You could get a drink here. You have the El Torito Cantina. It's known as a rough establishment run by Thomas Navarro, a gruff, scar-faced fellow. It does not serve food, but the booze is harsh and cheap. Fights are common, especially between Mexicans and Anglos. There's been a few stabbings here in the past, and at least one gunfight. This is a favorite haunt of the Sandoval brothers, so that's an option for a place to hang out. There's a Longhorn Saloon, which is a good-sized saloon, gambling house, and hotel, frequented by Anglos and Mexicans alike. It's loud, good, timely place where scuffles occasionally break out, but usually nothing very serious. There's a nice bar, poker, faro, a handful of prostitutes, and rooms for rent upstairs. Prices are a little higher than other places in town, but the Longhorn is also the classiest. The saloon is owned by and operated by a hard case named Bob Sitton. You have, let's see, I think there's you have the Rio Grande restaurant. It's very popular. It serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You have, the Black Rose Cantina, ran by Juan Diaz, which also serves as a brothel. He has about 8 to 10 girls working for him, entertaining the guests in rooms in the back of his establishment. It's a pretty rough place as well. For the lawman, that you guys often keep a close eye on this place just for. Well, you might, but the other.
Yeah.
Sorry. That U.S. Marshals are also looking at the place fairly often, but the town marshals aren't. But yeah, those are kind of like the list of different, restaurants and bars. Which one do you guys think that your group might be hanging out at right now?
I would assume the Black Rose. I mean, we got a cowboy and a prospector. The doctor's probably going to treat one of the girls.
Dun, dun.
Really, I thought you guys would go for the Longhorn Saloon, but that works for me. So the Black Rose Cantina. So when you guys are in there, you notice that see Ron Diaz. He's short, stout, grim-looking figure with green eyes and a dark mustache. You know that he's very ill-tempered, and he's often like yelling at people, and just for the smallest thing. Often you can see him kind of maybe slapping his girls around here and there. He also has a couple bouncers that are walking around Cantina as well. You notice that a lot of the people that are here are mostly Mexican, but they don't really have a problem with any other race coming in. So while you guys are hanging out, do you guys talk about anything, or just kind of chilling? What are you guys doing?
I mean, I'm upstairs helping a hooker give birth. Let's go with that.
Okay.
Ah, yeah. Reminds me of the day I was born.
And ha ha! Es un boy. Y tiene de los ojos de su padre. I'm just gonna walk downstairs and introduce the kid to his dad, who happens to be what was the bar's name?
The who?
The owner of this place again.
It'd be Juan. He is.
Oye, Juan. Tienes un nueve hijos.
He'll look at you, and then he'll look at one of the bouncers, and then one of the bouncers kind of goes up to you and kind of puts his arm out.
Nope, dude.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I just didn't hear Monty's response.
Yeah, you cut out like for me right after you said like bouncer.
Oh, sorry. The bouncer walks over to you and puts out his arms to like hold the baby.
That's alright. I'll like put him next to the church. I'll tell him that in like freaking Spanish.
No, then he'll insist that you give it to him.
Yeah. Okay. Just don't hurt the kid, okay?
He'll talk to you in Spanish. He'll say, "Yes, of course, mi amigo." And then you just see him walk into the back. Oh my god, dude, are you fucking serious?
Oh, you kidding? You kidding?
You nasty bitch.
The baby shit out of him immediately.
All right. I'll take the kid from him right now.
No, that was my actual reaction to my. Oh my god, dude!
What happened?
Ah.
My wife fucking farted and it fucking really bad.
Beautiful.
Marital bliss right there, son. Marital bliss.
Oh my god.
Dad, why is it every game we play, something shit-related happens?
The dog shit on the floor, your wife farts at you.
I don't know. I'm just cursed, I guess.
Cursed with doo-doo.
Oh, funny story. I got shit on by a bird yesterday.
What the fuck?
I mean, that's good luck, technically.
I was
How is that good luck?
that's
Fucking,
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know.
I was at Old Town San Diego. I sat down, or right when I sat down, I just see something out of my corner of my eye just fall down, and I look and I just see white shit land on my shorts, and I'm just like, God damn. But anyways, yeah. So, yeah, the bouncer just goes into the back with the kid, and then Juan it doesn't really seem like Juan's really affected that he has a kid. He probably delivered multiple children of his,
Definitely. And wait,
and
you want me to,
most of them end up like at the church as like orphans or something.
Oh, no.
Hey? Brandon. I mean, I'm blaming that on the intimidate. Wait, nah, I can't be backstory.
Is Danny doing anything at this time? Or Danny's
I'm just sitting there sipping on some whiskey. Just relaxing.
Alright, I guess at this time would be when Kenny, you'd walk into the cantina, and you would see the three men with the rough description that the marshal gave you. Maybe you've seen them before or talked to them from time to time. But you kind
Probably
of see
just like
them
acquaintances, tops, yeah.
yeah, you kind of see them at the bar.
I'll head over.
When you walk up, one will be like, what do you have in there, Injun?
Nothing. Only need to talk to those three over there. Business and all that.
You can tell that he's he's just kind of like eyeing you up and down. Probably because you're a lawman.
Yeah.
And and you can just see you can just feel the gaze of the two bouncers kind of just watching you the whole time. It's like right when you walked in.
I will gladly ignore it. Or the cases, anyway. And just keep moving towards the table.
Yeah, you walk up to them, and the three of you would see the lawman behind you. Probably, obviously
Yeah.
indistinguishable, probably by like a badge or something.
Yeah, badge
can
on his
I-
chest.
Can I pull a psychology test to see if I can see if there's a psychology to see if the lawman's looking particularly hostile against any one of us?
Juan?
No, if the lawman is looking hostile towards any
like-
of the people at the table.
Body language, all that, just in case.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hold on 1 second.
He stands tall and straight and walks with a purpose.
Well, I guess at this point would be like a good time, since everyone's in the same room, was to kind of introduce your character, what they look like and stuff.
I mean,
Oh,
oh boy.
Should we put our tokens up?
Sure.
Sure. You fucking. I swear to God, Sonny Jim.
Oh my fucking god.
Yes.
What is that from?
It's from a really random little animated video.
I
A sexual
recognize that.
lobster.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
recognize
Oh,
that
wonderful.
anime.
Yeah.
God
That was
damn
where
it.
he would shoot wooden targets, right? And just joke about him having sex with a wooden prostitute.
Mm-hmm. He eventually learned to see everything as just a wooden target.
Yeah.
Christ.
All right, who wants to go first on describing Victor's appearance?
I mean, you can see my dude. He's a rather distinguished Asian gentleman. The only thing missing from the picture is like he's not wearing the coat or the tie, but he's still got the vest, shirt, pants, boots. The boots are like nice, custom jobs. I'm talking ponytails, high ponytails, and like 4-inch heels, or like 3-inch heels. I'm a bit taller than normal. Other than that, nothing visible about him except he's like kind of looking at the lawman. Not quite askance, but like just checking him out.
All right. My boy Kenny, Native American man, pretty serious. He modified his fucking lawman outfit to have a hood instead of a hat, because fuck hats. He doesn't need that shit where he's going. Just hoods are so much more reliable, clearly.
Angsty.
He has a tomahawk on him, I think, if no one took it away from him.
No one would have taken it away.
Yeah, there's a fucking tomahawk on his belt, and he's known for using a rifle. Or has, whatever. Pretty straightforward.
Nice. My guy has pretty standard cowboy sort of gear on. He's got a duster, fairly nice looking Stetson hat. He's got some $5 spurs, pretty shiny, pretty kick ass. Boots are pretty sick. He's got a revolver on his hip. He also has a really long stabbing knife, also on his hip, and a lasso. He kind of looks, most of the time he looks pissed off, but, you know, it's probably just because that's his face.
Older, modest-looking man, a very scraggly-looking beard, no hair on his head, but very tan and red from spending his days out in the sun, obviously. Beat up pretty-looking clothes of shirt and vest, very dirty and dusty. Boots are well muddied and well worn, as well as very obviously used pocket knife and a few other pieces of gear and a bandolier of shotgun shells across the front of his vest as well. Some missing, a few here and there, and pretty well cracked leather, and just a few other bits and bobs here of a big old whiskey pouch.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Monty, go ahead. Roll your psychology.
This could go horribly wrong, I think.
Extreme.
So, Ian, are you giving like a hostile, kind of like
He would definitely have a sort of a wary kind of feel to him, like he's keeping track of what's around him, you know?
Mhm.
But he's not really showing any hostile intentions. More just like, business trip, hey, I got a job kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Yep.
He's
There you
coming
go.
to make a deal.
That's kind of what well, you don't really pick up that he's coming to make a deal part, but you kind of get that he is, like Ian said, his character seems a little wary, probably like looking around a little bit, checking his six or something. That's kind of what you get out of that, Monty.
Right. Well then, I'm gonna start pulling up some tobacco and cigarette papers and start rolling some cigarettes. Well then, sir. Would you like to take a seat? We're celebrating here. I just delivered my, I want to say, fifth or sixth baby here at the here at the cantina.
No thanks. Are you three Paxton Dukes, Maximo, and Wyatt Jones?
See. I'm Dr. Maximo Zapata Alcantara, but call me Dr. Max.
Very well, Maximo. Do you happen to know of Jim Owens and his brothers?
Yes, they like the girls here.
Well, they've gone missing. And I was told you three would help with this case. There's also a $10 bounty for those who help.
$10.
Oh shit. $10.
Count me in.
Yeah, everyone's healthy, so I don't really have much else to do.
And wait. You're helping this fast. Okay.
It's $10, boy. That's a lot of
Man,
money.
I ain't got nothing to do.
The Owens are, well, I can't quite call them friends, but they are decent customers.
Very well. Last I was seen was in the valley, being prospectors and all that.
It's just in helping in the search, right? And nothing confirmed for the $10, right?
See,
We could take you to the lawman's office and discuss it with them.
As long as somebody's paying, I'm willing.
All right, so
Or sorry, the
Sorry.
town marshal office.
the I got my information mixed up. So he wouldn't have told you about the gap, Sullivan's Gap, because the Owen brothers or the Owen family are pretty secretive of where their silver mine actually is.
Gotcha.
But with Paxton Dukes being maybe like an acquaintance or a somewhat of a friend or something, you wouldn't know the actual location either, but you know the general area, and that would be the Sullivan Gap. Maybe like when like a couple of them would ride into town, they would talk about like how much silver they're getting up in there and stuff like that, but they never actually took you there themselves to check it out.
Yes, the Owen brothers were last seen headed towards the mountains. Not sure where though.
Well, I definitely know my way around some of those crags. I'm sure I could find some kind of trail. Some of it is easy more traversed.
yeah, so if they haven't come back in this long, they're probably injured. So they're going to need my help.
Might find a few interesting batches here and there for the prospecting too.
What about you, Wyatt? You win?
I mean, yeah, $10 is $10. If anything else, that could be an extra pair of eyes, but I'm up for it.
No, Senior Lawman. Seems we are in your service. Lead on. But first, do any of us want to get anything from our homes before we go? This may be a long journey.
Oh yeah, so Paxton. Oh, hold on, I gotta sneeze.
Bless you.
You made me laugh and I can't sneeze now.
Victory is mine.
I have some equipment to grab from
hate,
home.
I fucking hate you so much. Oh god. Alright. Well, it's just gonna be there this whole fucking time now. So you know that around the area that they might be in, or they've talked about, is the Sullivan Gap, which is a few hours. It's about like a, I guess, 3-hour ride from town on horse. You know that it's a very rough region with cliffs, crags, and gullies, and a lot of narrow and steep paths.
Well, that's gonna suck for me because
Paxton would know that. No one else would.
yeah, I mean, that's gonna suck for me because I got a fucking cart.
I'll go notify the lawman's office and grab some stuff from home.
Yeah, hang on. Probably gonna grab a coat in case it gets cold or some shit. In case I have to stay over, I'm gonna grab a coat and my lantern or oil lamp. Plus, all my medical shit, which I probably have on me anyway.
And I will go and make an exit, so I'm going to meet up somewhere.
North edge of town.
Rope.
Sorry, what did you say? Josh?
North edge of town?
Yeah. Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, that works for me.
Same.
So if whatever you bring with you from home, just make sure you transfer it from your bio to your character sheet.
Yep.
Couple of
There you
extra
go.
shells just in case.
Also, and write down about how much ammo you have as well.
Yeah, where can I find ammo?
I was not able to find that.
I assume the mercantile.
I thought it was there.
Oh yeah, it is on the sheets. Yeah, it's right after ring.
That's though for how much like ammo you have in a magazine,
Ah.
essentially, or how much ammo you got before you need to reload.
Alright.
So it says. I do not see where it says that. But I mean, you could probably carry, like, just take a reasonable amount of ammunition.
Alright, this gun holds 16 rounds.
I'll keep it at 20.
What reloads? That's about right.
I'm not bringing
Yes.
2 guns. Yeah. So I'm gonna bring like 30 for 44 Colts and like 10 for the run for my like 2 shots.
Okay.
Yeah, taking 64 bullets total. Or 80 total. Probably several bandoliers worth.
So I'm at like 48 total between 2 guns. Hey, how's reload work in this game? I didn't see that anywhere, I think.
It just depends on weapon. It should say on there. I'm looking at melee weapons. I think it's just like I don't think it takes your full turn, but I'd have to double check. Alright, so you guys all kind of meet outside of town.
Yep.
Hey, boy.
Around there, I imagine. Where the hell?
Like over here. Is that where you pointed?
Hang on, where the hell is north on this map?
this way. Be this road right here.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I guess we just meet there. And I notify the marshal in charge, the town marshal, that, hey, got the guys we're going, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he won't really pay much attention. Like, it's not really on his top priorities, it seems like.
Fair enough.
And then Paxton, you'd know that once you hit about like 2 hours riding on this trail, that's when you'll kind of like divert and start heading toward the hills, and that's where you'll find the gap. And it's about an hour, kind of like staggering uphill and like narrow paths until you actually get to the gap itself.
So, do you have any idea where to look, Prospector?
See,
Well, yeah, I could definitely suggest heading between some of those plateaus and finding some of the ravines that have been carved out near the rivers. It's usually a good spot. You can find some good footing there.
what's the terrain look like? As I point to my wagon with two steers pulling it.
Usually when you deal with the mountain passes, it's gonna be rough. Unless you can find a good open valley.
I was always hoping to end up in a valley. But will my wagon fit?
I suppose we just gotta worry about it when we find it.
That's reassuring.
Whoa, I just.
So, how do you all know this Jim Owens fellow?
As I said, he's at the bar, likes to drink there. Sometimes pisses off one, which means I have a new fish to treat.
Yeah, usually rough and rowdy. I've played a few card games with him. Unfortunately, that's really good gold, but that's my own tomfoolery.
Yeah, basically same as old Paxton here. Just have some drinks with him every once in a while. Maybe get into a fight. Maybe get my ass kicked. Maybe kick his ass. Maybe wake up across town, half naked, in a pig pen. I don't know.
Oh, my.
He's a wild he's a wild individual.
That seems oddly specific.
Glad I didn't take him up on those extra heavy drinks like you did. Phew.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he put something in him. My head was killing me for days.
Well, I suppose that explains where that bottle of blood on my lost went. Well, anyway, I'll bill in port when we can find him. Shall we proceed?
Yeah, indeed.
Might as well.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah?
There you
Oh.
go.
Yeah, we're here.
Sorry, I heard everything you were saying, but like, it says, shall we proceed? I like hit my microphone fucking USB thing and it went out.
No problem.
So yeah, you guys start heading towards the gap. It becomes, I mean, throughout the time it gets about 2 hours, the sun's beating down pretty hot to where, if you're not wearing any type of like hat or something, it can get awfully annoying. Probably have to drink water here and there.
I mean, it's a good.
Stay hydrated.
I mean, it's a good thing we're all having hats or some kind of head covering.
Oh yeah. Trust
Well,
me.
of course.
My head been toasted the last few times I saw I could take a little sun. Looking as red as a tomato.
Right. I'm just gonna give a slightly concerned look to the lawman with the hood.
I'm fine. This is my first time wandering around under the hot sun.
But I mean, wouldn't a hood like trap all that heat around your like head and neck,
Yes,
like
that is
end up
what they're
making you warmer? Because like with
Yes.
this hat on, I got a nice breeze coming through. I got the shade.
Yes, that is
Breeze
what
on my
it
neck.
is.
It's wonderful.
I feel fine.
Fine.
I do not know the words to describe how this works. But believe me when I say I am fine right now. I can
mean-
feel a slight breeze back of my neck. I am fine.
Yeah, I think that might just be the steam shooting out of your collar, but to each their own.
I think it's just 'cause he's a redskin.
Yeah, true.
More than likely, yes.
Careful now.
Speaking of which, what tribe are you lobbying?
That was
don't
like
mind me
just a bird above you. Just
Just a bird.
And why are you asking, Maximo?
Curiosity, honestly.
I'll tell you later, after we find Owens.
Noted. Alright, I'm just gonna start rolling another cigarette.
Alright, yeah. So once you get to basically kind of like the narrow paths and it starts kind of leading uphill towards the gap, it gets pretty rough for your wagon and the cattle. But it's it's big enough definitely for your wagon to fit, and you know, the Owens usually take a wagon down for like supplies and stuff, so it's a little rough, and you know, you might have to check your axles after, but you know, you're able to continue on with the rest of the group.
Oh, I'm most definitely going to charge those boys for this. For the damage to my wagon. After that, I'm just gonna kiss my like rosary because the family heirloom I've got, which is a rosary. I'm gonna kiss it and thank God that this place will actually fit my wagon.
Is it not your fault for bringing the wagon in the first place?
Again, assuming they're injured, we might have to carry out them and whatever gear they have back, plus whoever else they might have taken with them up here.
Alright, so you know, after about another hour, so 3 hours traveling in total, if you reach the winding pass, rolling mountains, rocky, just terrain in general. At this point, there's several different directions to head, different paths, different hills you could be able to follow. What do you guys do?
Should we look for tracks?
I mean, I was about to ask the prospector which of these paths look like they lead south. Which, if he could judge the environment and figure out which path would lead most likely to a sliver mine or whatever.
Yes, Prospector, you're the expert here, right? Do you know any of these hills that may produce silver?
Hit it with my geology, see if I can't get a good estimate of where I think it might be.
Yep, roll with the green dice. So you did fail that, but there's a thing for people that don't know. For rolls, there sometimes will be like you can ask me, or I will just like tell you that you might be able to push the roll, which means you get a reroll. But the thing is, depending on the situation, like I'll use this for example. Like if you wanted to re-roll this roll, and you failed again, you might waste Like for here, basically I just tell you you don't know, or you're kind of unfamiliar with this area. But if you push the roll and you failed again, I'd probably tell you that you're pretty certain that of like a location a silver mine might be. So you'll basically, and if you follow that notion, your character will kind of just be wasting time basically, or if maybe you're like climbing and you push a roll, you might fall off or something like that, if that makes sense. There's always
Alright.
like a negative result of pushing a roll, but you get a re-roll basically.
Alright, before he does that, I'm gonna like, okay, can you spot him look for tracks? Like,
No, you
see-
cannot. That'd be track.
I would definitely push for it.
Yep.
So,
You fucking animal.
green die again?
So, let me restate that. You can roll spot hidden to look for a track, but tracking would be to follow those. Basically, it'd be tracking. But yeah, just roll again. Ooh, nice. That's exactly what you needed to. Was a hard success.
I got a pretty good inkling. This over usually goes towards the deeper the ravines, more towards where old riverbeds used to be carved out. I had time to set up and collect in those nice little caverns down below.
Lead on in, my friend. Lead on.
Yeah, lead the way, man. I have like no idea what you just said about rocks, but you seem confident, so
Oh, trust me, I know my money. You got silver, gold, and gems involved. I'll find it and hoot and holler.
Kenny will nod and stick his hand out to gesture him to move forward and lead the way.
I'll start leading the way on my mule coon.
Wait, did you name your mule Coon?
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, man. Oh, now I need to name a horse. Whatever.
Alright, so, you believe that a silver mine will be deeper into the pass, or Sullivan's Gap itself. And you guys are traveling for about an hour. And off in the distance, a good far away, you're kind of like in like the valley area, and there's kind of like a small like hillside to like the west of you, like northwest, and you see like a man standing on top of the hillside, and at this point it sounds like he's shouting something, but it's really indistinguishable at this point.
Can I use my spyglass of spot hidden to see if I can figure out this man's features from a distance?
Yeah, I was about to ask if I use my binoculars to do that too.
Definitely, yeah. Anyone who has that type of stuff can.
I do not.
I didn't really have to roll that spot hidden just because it's his. It's kind of like out in the open, and this just kind of magnifies his.
Yeah, Monty, stick with the green roll, not the.
Yeah, lesson learned. What the fuck is all this?
Yeah, that's for like if you have bonuses or bonus dice or
Ah,
the other type of dice. Alright, so you see a tall, thin, and he looks sunburned as well, old man with long, scraggly white hair and a beard, dressed in a tattered white shirt, dungarees, and a dilapidated boots, and wearing a metal helmet and breastplate, with a long sword dangling at his belt. And it just looks like he's just looking at the sky, shouting something.
I'll be describing this out loud.
good, Yeah. I was going to say we're doing that, and I'm just going like, is that Don Quixote?
Who?
Spanish character from Spanish literature. Very, very famous in Mexico. Well, anywhere to speak Spanish, really. But yes, he has a sword, a breastplate, and a helmet.
Indeed, and he's old and scraggly looking.
Sounds like someone who's just suffering from heat stroke and swinging around a sword like some kind of crazed old hero.
I agree.
Where the hell did he get a sword, though?
I
What?
do not know.
He is an ex-unit. Maybe he's an officer from the army, one of the armies.
This sword looks like one of those old school like broadsword type swords.
What the, f-
Correction, that is not a cavalry saber.
what the hell is he doing with that thing?
I don't know. I'm going to get my gun ready just in case.
Yeah,
Yeah, we checking this out. What do you think, lawman?
Should we go say hi or should we start shooting now?
Shit, just fucking gun him down from a distance?
There's
Let's
a strange man wearing armor waving a sword around.
Well, he's not waving it around. It's on his belt.
maybe we get a confession and then we can blow him away.
I mean, yeah, at least see if he's like dangerous or something before you just shoot him.
He starts running
Yeah.
at us, he gonna be full lead before you get 10 feet near us.
Well, best case scenario, he's lead us to a treasure or something.
Then who among you wants to go greet him first?
Ah, fine, I'll go. I got a shotgun.
I'll follow back. I'll follow with you. He might need medical treatment.
I'll just be, 60 to 70 yards away.
Oh, man. This lawman, is so afraid of fellow people of the mountains, You think they'd be a little more brave. Maybe the man just had no water, and maybe he's just missing a little bit of drinking the nice moonshine.
Wait,
Every word you're saying,
Oh, yeah, wait. Can I do a spot and check and see if there's might be anybody else hiding nearby, or in his area with my binoculars?
Sure.
Jesus. Can I?
Not really
You
too
want
sure.
to push?
Yeah, I kind of do. That's fucking hell.
Oh my god.
I'll look around. I'm going up to him. Oh my god, never
I
mind.
will as well.
I'm more focused on giving this man a nice shot of whiskey.
Son of a bitch.
I guess we're all
96,
pushing for this.
97, 96.
We are a legendary crew, man. We are worried about this man having heat stroke.
Fuck enough, bro.
This
take a look.
motherfucker is
Then
just
what
so
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, anyone else around him?
Okay.
No, you don't. It's kind of hard to tell, anyways, because he's on top of a hill, so you don't know if anyone's behind him or not. But you're fairly certain that there's no one in the up to the path that leads to him, just because it's pretty barren anyway, so it'd be pretty hard for someone to be laying in an ambush. But you're from what you can tell, it seems fairly safe.
All right. Let's proceed.
Yeah, just mosey on up to that fella.
Alright, so to get up to him, you'd kind of have to go off the flat ground trail that you're on and start to kind of make your way uphill. Quite a ways, it seems like. Might take about 10 minutes to get up there.
That's fine. I'm pretty sure Coon could make it all the way up there.
I agree.
And then once you get about halfway, you start to you actually start to hear what he's saying. Does anyone here speak German?
No.
Then you hear what might be the German language, probably something some of you might have never heard before.
Yeah.
But
Well, most certainly not.
But you obviously have no idea what he's saying.
By far the weirdest language I ever heard.
Just sounds really angry. Really angry language.
I mean, do we want to try calming him down?
At one point, you just hear 9999.
Man, what's he counting?
Sounds like a lot of it. There's a whole lot of nines in there.
Hmm. Yo, can we try like speaking our languages and maybe he'll understand us? We yell loud enough.
Sure, if you wanna yell from where you're at.
Yeah, I'm just like yelling at him in Spanish. Let's see if he recognizes it.
No, he does. He's not even like really paying attention to you guys. He's still just looking at the sky.
Okay. Can we like spot him again to see if there's anything in the sky? Or
Sure.
what the fuck?
You kind of like maybe glare at the sun a little too long, so it's hurting your eyes, but you're fairly certain that there's nothing there.
How do we get? How do we get him to calm down?
But do you guys still continue up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm continuing on up.
I mean, is he like? Yeah, unless he starts waving his sword, yeah. But
No,
do
it's
it
just
slowly.
at his
Okay.
side.
Yeah, if you look back, you see Kane with his rifle just raised and pointing at the man. Just waiting.
Sir, you need a drink?
Señor, ¿sí te ayuda?
And he'll just kind of like stop you and like turn around. And this man looks dehydrated and like even but like with like the armor that he's wearing and the clothes that he has on, it looks like he probably hasn't eaten in a very long time. And he starts just to like blabber like in German. Obviously can't understand him. And he just like points at maybe one of your guys' like canteens that you might have. And makes like and he starts flailing his arms about and kind of like the drinking kind of sign.
Yeah, sure. I'll take that. All right, here you go. I figured you be cooking in that tin foil.
So do you hand it to him or like toss it to him? When you do?
I'll toss him in the canteen.
Yeah, and he'll like he'll catch it and he'll start like drinking out of it, and then like he just starts pouring like it on like his face and like his hair, and he just starts flapping it around, and then he kind of just puts it in his like pocket
Ah,
and starts like blabbering more German in the sign of like, and starts kind of making like the eating food. And like when I mean blathering, like this guy's just going like you kind of gives you the impression that he's kind of insane, maybe, or lost his marbles.
I think this poor old boy has been suffering from the sun too long.
Alright, I'm gonna start pointing at myself and going, Doctor, 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 Doctor. I'm just pointing at myself and doing that. Maybe he'll understand.
I just totally
What do you do?
totally just ignores that.
Alright, well.
I'm gonna take out some good old jerky that guy left. Oh, I'll hold it out to him, see if he wants it.
Yeah, he'll kind of like stammer, like he'll kind of like very hesitantly like kind of like walk towards you and like lean forward and take it out of your hand. Very like not forcefully, but like just kind of like yanks it out of your hand. He just starts like stuffing his mouth, and then he just starts babbling more German, and he's just like walking slowly, and then he just basically keeps backing up away from you guys. looking like he's trying to head the other direction.
You gonna be alright out here?
I don't think anything's all right about this man.
You're definitely
I was
not.
about, I was about to say maybe we could take him to town and see if anyone knows what he's saying, but I'm not sure I'd want him in this cart, especially if we're going to be putting patients in here.
He doesn't seem to be hurting anybody. He just seems to be thirsty and hungry. Maybe he just lost his pack down to one of the ravines or something.
Maybe. Okay, I'm going to point to the seat, like, next to my wagon, start patting it, and like pointing and patting the seat. Kind of motion like maybe he wants to take a seat or something like that.
He just continues to like walk backwards. Like at this point, he's like at the top of the hill again, and he's kind of like walking down the other side.
Should we follow him?
I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah, might as well. See if he at least goes somewhere he's living. Make sure he's not gonna cook out here.
Yeah, maybe he's seen Happy Owens. Who knows?
Kenny will
I mean,
follow.
I don't think we're gonna
From a
get any
distance.
answers out of him, but
Yeah. Let's see where this is going.
So yeah, as he's kind of like walking down the hill, and you guys get to like the top of the hill, he's taking a very steep path down the hill. And he kind of looks up, and then he sees that you're kind of like following him, and like he'll just shout. He just starts shouting at you guys, and it sounds like he's like really, really angry at you guys.
Oh, that seems like a hostile intent. And I'll raise the rifle, point it at him.
I'm gonna fucking put the rifle down.
Is this murder hobo time already?
The hell's wrong with you, man?
All right.
There is a
You can't
strange
just
man
point rifles at innocent
speaking a
people who are-
strange language, armed with a sword and armor, in the middle of a.
He's also lost in the
Alright.
middle of the fucking
Yeah.
deserty mountain scrubland shit, wherever the hell we are. Middle of
What
fucking nowhere,
language
basically.
is he speaking?
Hell if I know.
I can
Okay.
say that
In
about
English.
most of your damn people, and
Where
Wait,
did he get the armor from?
who
Hell
cares?
if I know.
At some point. But Paxton, do you still have any of that jerky left?
Yeah, of course. Hey, please.
Make sure he can see you leaving some of it behind while we go look for the Owens again.
Are we
Maybe
really
have
trying
some
to make a
food.
pet out of a man here?
You never know. He could always be useful in the future.
Hey, if he's
But,
starving,
yeah.
he's gonna need more anyway, and we already know our way back to town.
Exactly.
I'll leave him another pound of jerky.
Wait, do we remember some of the words this guy was saying besides 999? Or was it just like incomprehensible besides that?
Well, I mean, you don't really understand what he's saying at all because he's speaking another language.
Alright. But like we could remember it and like start talking.
Remember the
back,
sounds
right?
he's made, see if anyone else can recognize him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever this Mark Lieben thing is.
You may, if you guys are able to remember when you get back.
Yeah, I'll hold up the pack of a pound of jerky, and, hold it up and toss it out to him, and then start going down our ways again.
Give me if I see the strange dressed white man screaming in a strange language I never heard before as a potential threat.
You think a lot the same about the Indians.
Ah, I know.
I've seen strange white men screaming about strange things as well. Mostly those about gold.
Whew, it must have been my cousin.
Quite possibly. He was in California about 10-ish years ago. More than
Huh?
likely.
Ah, yeah, close to Oregon.
I was in Cali.
So yeah, you just see him kind of like run up and take the jerky when you guys kind of like leave, and then you guys look at him while he's like running down. You notice that he like trips and falls and just tumbles all the way down the hill, and he just kind of like lays there for a second, and then he just like starts like walking on all fours and then gets up and just runs away.
I tell you, the heat definitely does make people do some weird shit.
Yes, it does.
Where did he get that armor from?
Who knows? Maybe,
Could have found it.
maybe he got it from one of those, what the fuck, antique stores.
Antique.
Yeah.
I've heard from some periodicals that knights are getting big in Europe again.
Yeah, well, whatever those things are.
But yeah, Paxton, you were
Isn't the
leading us.
sun going down normal around the world?
But yeah, Paxton, you were leading us to the mine.
Yeah, get back on that. Well,
As fascinating as the conversation is.
hopefully that boy is fine, but yeah, don't worry, I'll find the path again. Find whatever direction we were heading for where I figured the silver would be and get back on that.
Yep. So let's see, you guys traveled 3 hours so far, plus another hour, and then you guys are gonna be traveling basically for another hour as well. So a total of 5 hours. This is definitely the afternoon by now. So the trail. So you pick like a spot, and you get more and more certain as you get closer where silver mining might be available as the hour goes by. And finally, you wind through a narrow rock cliff, and at one point into a short tunnel until finally it leads into a small box canyon with steep rocky walls 50 to 70 feet high. And then you notice that there's 4 tents and a small roof shelter kind of like in the middle.
Do we see any, traces of animals or anything? Like something to have attacked this place?
Well, you'd have to take a look around for that.
I'm gonna use spyglass if I can spot any people around the tents or anything, any signs of life.
Yeah.
Like a spot hidden check.
Made.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Alright, so from where you are, you don't see anyone around the camp itself. But you can see a few hundred yards away with your spyglass up the canyon a ledge that ascends into some sort of cave gorged into the rock wall.
Well, that's most likely where they are. So, do you still want to check around here a bit more, see if maybe there was any signs of fighting?
Possibly. Though your cave theory is probably correct. Or cave idea, I don't think anyone's talking about the word theory meant. Fuck.
I mean, I would have heard the word theory and mentioned to some, dude named Pasteur. That's about it.
So you have this, which is like the tunnel at the top. It's the tunnel you just came out of. And then kind of like this. This is where the 50 to 70 feet tall walls are around you. And then you have a couple of tents here around a campfire, along with what kind of looks like a stable of some sort. And then there's kind of like a pathway that leads up the side to where the ledge is, where you see kind of like small glimpse of a cave entrance right here.
You spot anything?
That's what you see. Well, let's see. The people with like the spyglass and the binoculars are probably able to see this, but the people that are just going bare eyes just kind of see what I said below down here.
Do I see
yeah.
anything particularly interesting about the like campfire, or the stables, or anything?
Yeah, same.
Are there any animals in the stables? Was this
Any
empty?
blood?
I
But
will.
it
looks
I will
safe
walk
for it to
closer and investigate.
Um,
You want me to like put myself down?
sure.
I'm a
Can
terrible
I
person.
try to listen for anything?
I'll follow up behind with the bow.
Guess I'm
I'll
gonna follow
just
suit
sit as
as
well.
well. Having this like this one.
Alright, so whoever's going to like this little stable area, make a spot hidden check.
Yeah, it's my concern. Why is okay?
Oh,
So as it pass, we'll kind of recognize this as a mule shelter of some sort. It's an open-sided structure with a low roof overhead and 4 stalls. The stalls are empty, and there are loose wooden bars that are on the ground, which look to be that have served as gates of some sort. And it's as if like the mules themselves bolted out of confinement. Up to the side in the stalls themselves, you see saddles that are just kind of sitting there.
Well, that's where the animals seem to have gone.
That is troubling.
Maybe they were just playing with dynamite and spooked the mules.
I was told
Well,
they were
they-
gone for weeks now, right?
Yep.
Yes. Would the mules been able to kick those bars down in that quickly? Plus, if they were using dynamite, the mules would have been used to it.
Hey, you could never underestimate a good horse or mule.
I'd like to mention the Owen brothers have gone missing about a couple weeks ago.
Then they're probably not in the cave unless they died there.
Yeah,
I mean,
Okay, so can we check the tent just in case? You know, maybe they left. Maybe it was a measure left something behind. Like any signs, they fucking bolted for some reason.
I'll tie up Coon and get off and take a poke around.
Yeah, I'll go do the same to my oxes or my steer.
Definitely mighty strange, but who knows? Maybe robbers.
yeah, it could be bandits.
Maybe.
Anything. I'd put my money on them being dead, though. Honestly, if it's been weeks.
Same. Either died in the cave or somehow died on the way out. On the way back to town.
At this point, I'm more concerned about the strange man in armor.
I don't know. He looked pretty bad. I'm not sure he would have been able to take on the Owen brothers unless they were already injured.
Sorry, so it wasn't 3 tents, it was two large tents side by side. And then down the ways a little bit, two smaller tents.
And I guess we're all just gonna inspect and check out these tents. So spot hidden again.
Yes, so Monty, give me a spot hidden for that tent.
I'll take the smaller tent.
Okay. Which one, the left one or the right one?
Yeah, hitting that right one.
I'll check the tent when he's done.
Alright, so this one, Monty, you look into the tent. It looks like various items of clothing and personal belongings are kind of scattered around the tent. Like outside, it's more of like little miscellaneous things. Inside, it's clothing and more items kind of thrown everywhere.
Does it look a struggle or just like messy unpacking, or like a hurried kind of leave it?
Oh, you wouldn't really be able to tell. It's just stuff thrown everywhere. And there's also kind of two bedrolls that are laying there as well. You notice
used
that.
or unused? Oh, sorry.
Huh?
Sorry, I was gonna say, like, are they like unfurled or like still curled up, or like still tied back tight?
It looks like people have been sleeping in them. So there's a Colt revolver laying on one, and an old Spencer rifle on the other.
I mean, obviously they'll be taking those. Hello?
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I'm taking those two.
Alright, when you look at them, you notice that the cartridges in the revolver have been fired, and the rifle only has 2 unfired rounds in the magazine.
Okay.
When you look around, you notice that there are also 2 gun belts without guns,
And they don't match the Spencer
2
and the
hats,
Colt.
and 2 pairs of boots in the tent.
Ah. Huh. Okay. Hey, is there a canteen in there? Or no? Matt, is there?
I think the GM died.
Oh no.
Ah, shit. I was just starting to have fun, man.
Desert Cthulhu got him.
Desert Cuthulu.
Cuthulu.
Cthulhu with a coonskin cap.
Cthulhu, but instead of being an octopus cephalopod, he's a tortoise.
He's an armadillo.
Jesus,
God.
terrifying.
Armadillo.
Unravels
Sorry,
and you
I
just
was
see.
talking to need to take.
Dude, you're kind of cutting out.
So I was talking to my wife, but I also need to piss.
No problem. No problem, dude.
Alright guys, what do you think happened in the mystery?
They fought something because it looks like they would take. I think whatever attacked them took them in the night because their boots and hats are still here, and so are their guns and belts. And if you're gonna run, you do not leave those.
Yep.
Sounds like bandits. Means this
There's no
silver
blood.
is
There's
free
no
for
blood.
picking.
There's no blood though. And wait, are we seeing like bullet holes in the tents?
I think the DM's got right now taking the piss, Monty.
All right.
Hey,
No.
tumbleweeds everywhere.
I actually remember, but like, I know tumbleweeds are not native to the U.S.
What?
Yeah, I read somewhere that tumbleweeds are not native to the U.S. They're like, they were brought in from somewhere by accident.
That's fucking hilarious.
Is it like accidental?
Yeah, or something like that.
Because I can't imagine anybody intentionally bringing tumbleweeds into the country. Because I don't.
Nah,
know
man, they're the
what
great
purpose
tumbleweed
that would serve.
smugglers.
Oh yeah,
Tumble
yeah. Apparently, they were thought to be native to Eurasia, but when their seeds entered North America in shipments of agricultural seeds, they became naturalized in large areas.
Oh shit.
Interesting.
The other thing I know is that cactuses are native to the U.S. and found nowhere else. Also, weirdly enough, fucking Venus flytraps are only found in Virginia.
What the fuck?
Yeah, apparently did.
What?
Yeah, Venus
Virginia?
flytraps. Yeah, apparently, or like some eastern U.S. state, but apparently native to just that state and nowhere else.
No.
There's nothing wrong with pointing rifles at strange people, by the way, just saying.
Look,
Holy
man, the fucker's crazy and you got a sword. At that point, you get ready.
Oh yeah, I was definitely ready with my shotgun, but hey, you know, I've run into plenty of heat stroke people when prospecting before. Seem loonier than a fucking weasel and fighting snakes, but give a little water and food, yeah, they turned out just fine.
You guys are a bunch of jumpy motherfuckers, I swear.
Look, if you
You
treat enough
find-
people in
you
You
Sorry.
find one crazy man out in the desert, and suddenly it's all, ooh, guns up! Let's fucking be prepared to murder a man in cold blood.
Once you treat enough people,
Speak
treat
English.
enough. Yes, that, and he's got a weapon, and he's also screaming.
I mean, he's got a weapon, sure, but there's four of us, and we all got weapons that are objectively better than swords at the distance we had.
But were we screaming at random strangers?
No,
Exactly.
which is why it's worse if we initiate the violence. Man, it's like people never read the Bible.
Do I
Jesus
others
said,
as you do
Thou
to-
shalt not kill. It's one of the 10 Commandments.
And
Basic.
Jesus said, yes, and Jesus said we should sell our cloaks to buy swords.
What?
Yeah, he did. Jesus said, sell your cloaks to buy swords.
Where did he say that?
Never read the Bible for obvious reasons.
Yeah, of
I
course he
feel
didn't,
like
but savage.
a doctor here is a lot more off than the cowboy.
Now remember, it was Gospel of Luke 22:36.
Okay.
Sell your cloak and buy a sword.
Was I hear the word savage just then?
No. I'm quoting it.
I'm
It's
staring at the
according
cow.
to the Gospel of Luke.
What?
Sorry, where was I?
We were looking through the tents. You were talking about Monty's.
Yep.
I think you asked about a canteen.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of miscellaneous stuff thrown all over. You probably find a canteen.
All right. I'm just gonna pick one up just in case.
Yeah, it's about half full.
All right. What have you guys? What have the rest of you found?
Let's see.
Alright, and then let's see. Paxton.
He was given the right small tent.
Oh, I didn't actually roll. But I'm looking at the left small tent. I didn't say anything.
Alright, so the one that, Danny, you look through, you just find basically bags of flour, coffee, sugar, as well as barrels of salted beef and water.
Ooh.
Half-empty case of whiskey bottles, and tins of beans, peaches, pears, and so forth. As for Paxton, your tent is filled with tools and picks like shovels, hammer. You find a 200 feet of rope
Ooh.
and 50-foot lengths. Lanterns, lamps, wooden matches, bandages, bits of lumber, 40 feet of chain, and a case of half a dynamite stick. So 37 sticks in all. 70 feet of fuse, and 50 blasting caps. Several of these tools are scattered around the tent in areas that are like mixing and matching, so like it doesn't really seem like there's a lot of organization, or it just kind of looks like everything was just kind of thrown around. As for Kenny, you basically find the same thing, just no weapons that Monty found. Basically just clothes, miscellaneous items, just kind of thrown everywhere, just laying about.
Alright, I found clothes.
There's a whole bunch of nice tools in here.
I found some food. You guys want some peaches?
Ooh, I love peaches.
Let's not touch anything just in case.
Oh, but look at this pickaxe. It's not even
Well,
used.
I don't care. I'm eating peaches. Oh.
I can't stop you. Not even gonna try.
Nope.
Don't talk with your mouth full, please.
But I'm taking these rifles and putting them in my. I'm taking these guns and putting them in my wagon.
You enjoy that, Doc? I'm going to enjoy me some fine pickaxes here.
They are probably not gonna need any of this anymore. So take what you can, take what you want, put it wherever you want, and let's get ready to leave.
Well,
Are we
I'll
not
take the sugar and
investigating
the
the
coffee
cave?
and I put it on the wagon.
well, we gotta go check out that entrance up there. I mean, maybe they took out a whole bunch and they didn't even get a chance to take it out yet.
I'm not quite a superstitious man, but whatever happened to them, whatever attacked them or took them, did so without leaving any blood, even though apparently they fired most of their weapons. I think that.
Maximo, do you want to make $10 for helping us out? Then we're checking out that cave.
I'm gonna stay in the back then.
I'm definitely bringing this pickaxe up there. Let's go.
And I'll grab pickaxe too in case we need to actually mine something.
Don't forget a shovel. I got some rope.
I already have one on me.
Perfect.
Everyone make a spot hidden check.
Oh boy.
Tripod dynamite.
Ooh! Extreme!
Hell yeah. Alright, so it seems like something, like you just find, like up this trail, basically. It just seems like something very heavy was kind of like dragged, almost, up this trail.
Oh boy.
But you're not really able to put in, not really able to decipher what.
And
I
dragged
mean,
up the trail, right?
Okay, I would
Well,
advise.
it doesn't really. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like it was dragged up and then down. Or sorry, down and then up.
So like they took something from the cave and brought it back. Wait. It was dragged down the trail, then back up it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's weird.
I'd say we should all get our weapons ready. Also, Paxton, how many sticks of dynamite did you say there was left? Or was there any dynamite left?
There's about the whole crate of 37 half sticks in there.
Do you want to go grab?
I definitely suggest being a little cautious if it was taking the oil lamps in there, but yeah, might be of assistance. Let me go grab like 3 or 4 of those.
All right. So who wants to be? Going to be me.
Wow, way to volunteer, Maximo. I guess you take point.
I refuse.
Do you want to make $10?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. But I don't want to be
you're
the first one
going
to get
first.
killed by whatever's in there.
Alright.
I'm sure there's nothing
not.
in there. It's okay, Maximo.
Something.
I'm gonna sit down and light up the oil lamp I got.
And apparently, whatever it was fast. I'm gonna grab my own lantern. I'm gonna grab my lantern from my fucking my oil lamp for my car. Car's not walking along, and the Maximo brothers was either fast enough to avoid getting shot, or strong enough to shrug it off, because there was no blood in there. And I'm fairly certain because their boots and hats are still here.
Well, if they're spare pairs, or if they just discharged their weapons inside the tent for some odd reason.
A Spencer holds 7 rounds, and that's not including the one in the chamber. So, assuming that's 8 rounds in total, the Spencer rifle fired 6, and there's only 2 left in the Colt. So that's 10 rounds in total, whatever grabbed them.
Either way, Maxwell, you seem pretty paranoid right now.
You learned to be.
I waste no time in hoobin' all the way up there to get that silver.
I shall follow.
I mean,
Wait.
yeah, he seems confident.
Wait, Kenny, how many people can the lawman marshal, or can the marshal, get? How many people can the marshal call on, like deputies and such?
Honestly,
Oh shit, are we deputies?
no, probably not.
Oh man.
Bring it up with the guy in charge, if you'll listen.
Wait, you're the guy in charge right now.
Yep, you cast me, Captain.
Technically,
You're like the
it's your
town marshal, you know?
All right. Why don't we all go back, talk to the town marshal? Maybe we can bring in some more firepower. Like a
You
small
want
constable.
to spend
Firepower
6
for
hours back for something you might think is in there.
What?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's get to prepared.
Doc, what if they all just got super greedy, started shooting at each other, and then just ran off?
Where's the blood? And why would you run up? And why would you not?
What
come
if
back?
they had a massive haul and then fired their guns in the air for celebration, didn't bother reloading them?
Then where are they?
I don't know.
I don't know. Fucking drunk as shit in the mine? Who knows, man?
It's fine. We'll go, but I'm not
Think
going.
on the bright
I'm
side.
not going last, or I'm not going first. And
Yeah, I
wasn't
think
getting my
Paxton
fucking
kind of
Christmas.
just volunteered himself to do that.
Yeah, Pax is probably good 20 feet in there.
Oh,
they
shit,
say.
he's going.
There's gold in them hills.
I
So
got my
when you
pistol.
when you get up to the entrance to the mine, Paxton, while they're talking or whatever,
Hey, wait, can we do listen checks, see if we can hear anything coming from the mine?
hold on. You're not up there yet. You're currently bickering.
It's too
Being
late.
a little bitch, Monty.
I'm greedy. I'm going for that gold in them hills. I'm getting paid
Yeah,
$10 to go out and steal silver.
This trail and the ledge up the canyon wall leads to the mine entrance. And you notice that there is a gate that looks like it was placed on the mine entrance. It looks like it's off its hinges and it lies on a nearby ledge.
That's unusual.
Somebody tore the gate off.
Maximo, what is your imagination?
Yeah, what could possibly have ripped the gate off?
Or option 2, the gate is old and just
Yeah.
wore out.
I'm going in either way.
Yeah, fuck this.
Easy
Let's
access. I
stand
don't
around
even have
here.
to worry about the door. It's my lucky day.
Alright, so how do you go in? So it looks like at least 2 people can stand side by side together.
Alright, so imagine Paxton's up front, maybe like kind of a stack, kind of effect maybe like 10, or whatever 2 tiles would be the equivalent of would be where, I was about to say Sheriff Gyro here, but no, Wyatt would be, Kenny's probably a little ways back from Wyatt and Maximo in the back,
Oh, yeah.
because he's a bitch. What trauma has Maximo experienced to be so goddamn paranoid about a goddamn cave?
Just general trauma in general. I mean,
something
general
tore
trauma.
the gate off. Like, what the fuck?
What? He was in like Cali during the gold rush shit and got paranoid because, well, he was a doctor, so he got paid in gold dust, and he didn't want to get fucking robbed because he kept seeing people getting robbed, stabbed, shot, all that bullshit.
That's normal shit, though. What's not normal is something, whatever.
What? He's got an active imagination, and there's shit going on. It's weird, really fucking weird.
Oh, I forgot to show you guys a picture of what the. Did I load in this?
The crazy German man?
Also, again, how far was the gate from its hinges?
That just like looks like it was just so here. Here's the like gate. This is where like the entrance is. Here's like the ledge. So basically it's just like a small narrow pathway.
Yeah.
And then directly to your right, here's like the ledge, and the gate was kind of like falling off this way towards the ledge.
I'm not seeing anything.
Say,
We're on a different page.
Oh.
So you notice it's about 6 to 7 feet high when you enter, with a few wooden joists at irregular intervals supporting the ceiling. When you enter and you start walking forward, you notice that there's a pathway that leads to your right and one that leads to your left and also in front of you.
Is there any that show path most commonly walked?
Will that be a tracking check or something?
Sure.
I'm gonna check for tracks anyway.
Josh, you can maybe roll a science geology, maybe find something cool.
I want to push, I think. Yeah, fuck it. Damn it.
I know the gold's gonna be this way. I can see some of the silver in the silver veins. Smell glints.
Yeah, I pushed and failed tracking.
So,
Gee darn it.
Kenny, you're like 100% confident that the most followed path is the right path, but Paxton, you believe that if you go straight, you're gonna go deeper into the mine itself.
If we go straight, it'll be the best route. It'll be the most common one too. Find some
And
good
why the
stuff.
tracks lead to the right? Or was it right or left? Fuck.
Right.
Right, yeah. Look, it seems curious. I'm gonna poke my head and see if I spot anything.
All right, I'll keep you covered, but I'm definitely coming back for that middle path.
Yeah, I am also curious what's deeper in the mine.
Alright, so you go right about. You guys are traveling for about 10 minutes or so, and you basically come to like a dead end. There's really nothing of interest over here.
Oh, sad.
Oh well,
Oh, middle path?
deeper into the mine we go.
Oh boy.
There's silver. Lots of it. Gonna be so much light in my pockets.
You are very excited about this.
Money is right life. Gold flows through these veins, I tell you.
That doesn't seem healthy.
May not be for you, but gee, my heart's a smelter and it keeps it flowing.
Alright, so as you guys start to continue forward, the two people in the front, or whoever's in the front, you'll notice that there seems to be a pistol a couple yards in front of you, laying on the ground.
Ooh, hang on. Don't touch it yet. Hey, Wyatt.
Yeah?
You can use that lasso, right?
Yeah, pretty well.
You want to hit the gun with the lasso?
Sure. Why not?
Exactly. A lone gun in the middle of a dirt path seems somewhat suspicious.
So, wait, what? You want me to just bring it over here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I hope I did this.
A rope use.
That'd be rope use? Rope use. Wow.
I feel like if you push for it, it'll set the gun off and shoot one of us.
Here, let me double check to make sure that it is rope use.
The lasso isn't
Lasso,
a
it's
weapon.
either rope use or throw. It is a weapon, actually. An entangle.
Why do you have a 65? Fuck it, why not?
a 65 rope skill?
He's a ranger.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, somebody's got to use ropes.
Hey, man, it reminds me of the other game, but that's neither here nor there.
Wait, is 65 like higher?
That's good. It's good.
The max you can get is 80,
Yeah.
as per DM.
Oh yeah. Shit, I got a decent intimidate skill then. Shit.
Yep, it would be rope use. So yeah, you try a couple times and you're not really able to get the rope around the gun.
Damn it, stupid fucking gun.
You can
Happens-
attempt to push though if you wish.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, shit.
Oh crap!
This is gonna be great.
Wreck.
Alright, yeah, so you throw it and you get it just right, and you're able to drag it on over to you guys.
Does anything happen?
I examined the gun.
There's some
You
good
know-
skills there.
I was expecting something there, but I knew
Why would
nothing
you
was really
ex-
going to happen.
Why'd you be expecting something?
So sorry. Expecting is the wrong word. Hoping, maybe.
So yeah, you examine it and it looks like 4 rounds were discharged and 2 were unfired.
And it's a, what is it again?
It's a Colt 45 revolver.
Oh hey, same kind of gun I have. I'm gonna keep it. All right, well,
Guess we go
let's
deeper.
continue.
You got a lot of suspicions, didn't you?
To be fair, I was more hoping something cool would happen. This is kind of boring. Walking down the cave.
Boring is good. Well, it's very good.
I'll keep
Boring is boring.
And a fucking mine. Prospect, you've been in the collapsed mine, haven't you?
Oh yeah, they're real dangerous. You get the whole roof coming down on you, no matter how much you take out.
Exactly. Now let's proceed closer to whatever bandit took out those guns. Those two morons.
These
So as you
supports
guys
are
can-
pretty stable, though.
As you guys continue, you guys pass a couple other passageways, but you're fairly certain if you keep going, you'll go deeper into the mine. And you actually start to see silver, I think silver ore, kind of like on the walls.
Ooh.
Listen, Paxton, we can come back for it later. Let's just scout the area first.
Oh, alright. It's right there.
I imagine the Owens are more important than some silver right now.
Whoa.
Plus, I think if it's been here that long, it'll still be here.
Don't worry, my pretty. I'll come back for you.
I'm gonna turn to Wyatt and whisper, did he just call the silver his pretty child?
Paxton, if you do, you probably need a doctor. So I am always available.
Good. You prescribe whiskey. It's good for your bones out here.
Right, I'm gonna like jingle my fucking bag so that you can hear the whiskey in there.
I see. I knew it was true. My friends would tell me.
Yeah, it's cheaper than laudanum.
As you guys continue, Paxton, as your light shines in the middle of this tunnel, you start to see what looks to be a pair of boots lying on the ground, and as you continue to walk forward, you notice that it's actually a body. And when you kind of shine your light over in that direction a little bit more, you notice that there's 4 bodies just lying in the middle of the tunnel.
Oh,
One's kind of, well, there's 3 of them that are like laying there, kind of like just face down on the dirt, and then there's one that's kind of laying on its side, facing the left wall.
Interesting.
Jesus Cristo! Because I'm just like cross myself with
Why?
the rosary.
Paxton, can you two try to identify the bodies?
Alright, I'm gonna check one over like
Maximo, can you
God,
find a
see what-
cause of death?
yeah, I'm gonna do that. One medicine check?
yeah, I'll go and start getting them all respectful, like.
Alright, so when you both of you kind of walk up towards them, you notice their clothing is obviously filthy, and just by looking at them, you notice that their skin is gray.
Ooh.
What? Okay, can I like do a medicine check to figure out what the fuck's going on? Like check on these guys?
Sure.
What the fuck?
Holy sh! Yeah, you're so fucking disturbed you like lose yourself.
Jesus Christ.
It's a vampire!
I'm like, I can't pull off a medical examination. I'm just too fucking unnerved.
Yeah. So you go over to one of the bodies, kind of turn it over, and you can't really find. Oh no! So you'll turn them over and you'll see two puncture wounds in the torso, but you don't know from what. And there seems to be some sort of dark pus that has crusted over the wounds, and then it looks like there's also kind of like this slight dark ooze dribbling from the corpse's mouth, nose, and ears.
Madre de Dio!
Ooh.
That's gross.
You'll notice, Paxton, you'll notice that one of them is Frank Cooley, which is a friend of the Owens. They're both wearing, they don't have their boots on, and they also have empty gun belts. And you notice that one of them is also Jim Owens.
I recognize these fellows. This is Jim Owens and his friend Frankie.
Are they leaking pus too?
Yeah, it's some kind of nasty fucking disease.
Our Father who art in heaven.
A doctor that can't figure out the cause of death. Okay. Look, how about we take the bodies?
I'd assume it was the puncture marks in their chests and some kind of poison. But
everyone make a spot hidden roll.
Uh-oh.
Oh Jesus!
Well, surrounded.
what the fuck?
By invisible succubi.
Yes.
Oh, that hurts, man, Josh.
I'm used to it.
Jesus.
It was off by 1.
I'm tempted to push it, but I don't think I should.
Yeah, same.
I mean, can't really push it in this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are kind of looking over the bodies. Wyatt and Kenny, you start to notice that, like the bodies are starting to kind of move around a little bit. And at first, you kind of think it's because, they're checking over the bodies and moving them around. But when Paxton is kind of looking at one of the other bodies and not touching Jim Owens' body, you notice that Jim Owens' foot starts to twitch and his left hand starts to kind of raise.
Everyone back up now.
What?
Away from the bodies.
What the?
What the fuck?
What,
Now.
Oh,
Cristo!
And then as you guys start to back up, you just start to see these bodies start to kind of just twitch and move and basically start to get up.
Okay, I'm shooting one.
Back into the burning pits for you! Just fire a shotgun round.
Everyone roll, do anything. Roll sanity
Initiative?
check.
Oh, Sandy. Oh, fuck.
Oh boy. Damn it, here we go.
You know what blows about this, though?
What?
We can't tell anyone back in town about this.
We're bringing these fuckers back. That's what's happening.
Oh, Paxton's seen this shit before.
It's gonna be my silver, I tell you, it's mine! Ain't nobody can be between me and my money!
Alright, so. Oops. I lost Monty, I think.
Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. But does this technically count as gore for the sanity or something else?
You said what?
Would this count as the from seeing blood and gore?
This is
No,
the
definitely
dead
not. This
coming
is
back to
seeing
life.
the dead coming back to life, yeah.
Dude.
I had to ask, man. Alright.
Alright, so everyone who failed, roll me a 1d8.
Oh boy.
Maximum number.
I hate you, Josh.
Okay, so that's not. I don't believe that's good for any of you.
No.
No.
Paxton, you will lose 1 insanity point, the minimum.
Where the fuck do we mark sand damage again?
Fucking.
So it's gonna go be in the. So you'll have like 25 out of 25, and then so you lost 8, so you'll subtract whatever your other one is. As for Danny, he'll subtract 7 from his 25.
From the
Same
left
with me.
25 or the right 25?
Yeah, left. Okay. The one we roll.
Oh, left.
Left one.
I am at 18.
I'm at 44.
Sanity point.
47.
37.
Alright, so let me look something up real fast.
You all losing your minds. My silver!
What the fuck was with these rolls, though? I mean, it's like we're getting 90s in the beginning.
It's roll 20.
Like, roll them.
It's just roll 20.
God damn this.
It's
God
a,
damn this fucking thing. I swear to God.
it's a D100 system. Go fuck yourselves.
God damn this. Sometimes, Jesus.
Oh, God.
So if an investigator loses 5 or more sanity points from a single source of sanity loss,
Uh-oh.
sufficient emotional trauma has been suffered that the keeper must test the investigator's sanity.
Oh, fuck.
The keeper must request an intelligence roll. If the roll is failed, the investigator has repressed the memory, a trick the mind used to protect itself, and if it does not, so if you pass, and does not, wait, sorry. Conversely, if the intelligence roll is successful, the investigator recognizes the full significance that what has been seen or experienced and goes to temporary insane. The effect on temporary insane begins immediately and lasts for 1d10 hours.
God damn it.
So-
Why can't I be retarded right now?
That would be everyone roll me an intelligence.
Wait, do we want to succeed or fail this?
You want to fail.
So I'm gonna pass. Oh my god, yay! I think.
Oh.
Oh!
This is a point where you don't want to be smart.
Alright,
God
so...
So we
damn.
still take the sand damage, right? The DAs?
Yes, yeah. You just... you don't become temporary insane. Basically, it's just kind of like it says, your mind kind of...
You're going on
Plays a
autopilot at this point.
Yeah.
They're just cardboard targets now.
So the other two, roll me a 1d10.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, if Danny takes more sand damage,
Is that me or them?
No, it's the other two.
Jesus.
So Wyatt,
Oh, no.
you're temporarily insane for 4 hours,
Oh.
Monty 6 hours.
We set the roll for what kind, don't we?
Hold on.
Cowboys and
I forgot.
zombies.
Gain sanity back.
Yeah, you can. There's different ways going through like basically completing like arcs depending on your decisions you make. The keeper will like say if the players do this or that, then they will, and they do that, then they'll gain sanity or basically beat the mission. You
Can
can
you,
gain
like-
sanity. Also going to like insane asylums and stuff like that. There's other ways that's in the Western book that it tells you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, can you ever increase your maximum sanity? Or is that like another thing?
With Hewlett?
I believe so, but I forgot how. But it can only go to 90.
Yeah,
No,
should we?
this-
I'm confused now. Do we want to decrease from the left, the one we roll, or the one we don't roll?
The one you roll.
Okay.
So I'm just looking something up with this.
It's a good thing that the man with the fucking 12 gauge is the one who fucking made his sanity check.
Hello, anybody there?
Yeah.
Hello.
Alright, so.
So, do I have to like roll for what kind of temporary insanity we're getting, or?
So both temporary and infinite insanity take the investigator through two distinct phases of insanity. First, the investigator experiences a short bout of madness, phase 1, then is followed by a longer period of underlying insanity, phase 2, which lasts until the investigators have fully recovered. So go ahead and roll me a 1d10. So 5, 7, so 5.
I'm so excited.
Oh god. Okay, so who's your significant person?
Which one?
Danny.
Not you, Danny. It's Danny, not Monty. Fuck.
God, I hadn't really given it too much thought. Basically, best friend since childhood, who was also a cowboy, who is not in the picture for some unknown reason. I was probably going to go with death.
Alright, so you think that one of these figures that have risen from the dead is your best friend.
Okay.
As for Monty, oh god, I feel like this fits like what you've been saying all along. The investigator is compelled to get as far away as possible by whatever means are available, even if it means taking the only vehicle and leaving everyone else behind.
It's a good thing I've got a card. Fuck this. I'm out! And you just hear Maximo fucking book it.
Alright, so that's what happens with the sanity. Now it's going to be initiative time.
Is there an initiative button somewhere?
Maybe near the top?
So this you don't roll for initiative. It's determined on your dex highest from to the lowest.
Okay, I've got like a 70.
I have a 65.
I have a 55.
And then if you're using a weapon, then it adds a certain amount as well. Let me kind of draw this.
Would we have our guns up and aimed at the bodies?
I'd say by this time probably.
I mean, I had my guns out already, man.
But Monty, obviously you wouldn't get the bonus because you're running away.
Yep. It was so pretty damn high anyway.
Does he remember the way out? That's the next question.
As he's now lost in the mines forever. The mine.
But I'm pretty sure we're heading in basically a straight shot, right?
It's true. The mines of Paxton Dukes. Will you get out alive, or will you be
That's
added to
okay.
the silver mine?
Draw these ones out. So, right here, place where your characters would be. Obviously, so you'd probably be in the back over here, or behind these two anyways. These two are in the front, which is this way. Towards
Oh,
the
that's the
bodies.
front, yeah.
Yeah, and I was in the absolute rear.
No, you were at the bodies. I remember you were checking them.
And it was me and White who was like, oh shit, the bodies, back up.
Yep. Wait a minute. It's him. He's alive.
He's alive. He's dead.
So, like, hang on, I'm, like, blocking this from my memory now. How does that work? Exactly.
It's not like you're really blocking it from your memory. It's like you're just not really thinking logically about it, so it's not affecting.
You're, like,
as
on
much.
autopilot, I guess.
Yeah.
It's
but-
I assume it's something like it kind of gets like fuzzy like after it's done. Like right now you're in like the adrenaline rush of what's happening and you're not like actively thinking about it, and then when it's gone your brain is just like, all right, that didn't happen. That like we fought some guys. That was it. They weren't people that got up from the dead. They
There's
were just
bandits in
guys.
this mine.
Exactly.
That
Just
attack
bandits
us.
in the mine. Yeah. That's all it was.
God, fucking Josh. Like, oh, just don't roll Mac. Like, fuck you, Matt. Or Josh.
Sanity's gotten to him. He's insulting the DM instead of me.
Dear God.
It's working perfectly. Don't worry, Ian, I'm just giving you exactly what you've given Danny for so many years.
Shit luck, yeah.
Yep.
So does Monty give you bad luck then?
Nope.
Does Danny give? Okay, it's not a circle. Okay.
No. I'm just karmatic justice.
Alright, so if you have a weapon out, you get a plus 50 to your deck.
So I'm at 105.
Well, not to your decks, but to your, like, order.
Oh, okay.
I got my shotgun at the ready.
Got my 750 Hound and my shotgun loaded. Gonna
Again, honestly, running like a goddamn what? What was it? Roadrunner.
Oh, does this game have opportunity attacks, by the way?
I believe so, yes. But you can spend an action, basically, to, like, flee. But you guys are kind of blocking his way, so he's gonna probably try to run through you.
So wait, having a weapon out adds how much?
Plus 50 to your initiative.
Jesus. Well, I think we also had like our weapons on, or at least I said I had my weapon on before we went into the mine.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not going.
Yeah,
this
you're
time-
not conscious. It's not weapon out. It's weapon aimed and ready to go.
All right.
You're prepared to fire. Like Kenny Byer, like, oh shit, they're moving, guns up. Well, you guys were investigating or some shit. I don't know.
Investigating.
So wait, fucking Wyatt sees one as his best friend. What about the other three?
Yeah, I was curious about that.
Well, it's just that one.
So it's
Okay.
like, hey Dave, look out! They're right behind you! And so shooting the other ones. Then get pissed when one of us kills the friend.
So yeah, you think you think this one right here is your best friend.
Nice.
And Sandy is a hell of a drug.
Especially at maximum level.
Also, is there a bonus for shooting like this close? Right, I also found a combat reference. If it helps.
I think it's probably best to end the session here so I can kind of refresh on the combat.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to take in for a new system here.
Just because, like, I did look over it, but it's just, if you haven't played this game in a while, it's just a lot of fucking...
Or if you've never played it before, one played it once. Yeah. It's all good, man. Yeah, it was fun. Definitely.
Yep, I've already been driven insane.
And Josh remains as cool as ever.
I've seen some shit, I'll tell you what.
Oh, man.
So let me write this stuff in the chat. So... Danny lost. How many did you lose?
7.
Monty also lost 7, and I lost 8.
Yep, but I started like 50.
Yeah, no, that's all Josh's fault. I've been rolling average all night.
And then let's see. Yeah, Monty, Ross, 7 is to flee.
I'm gonna be right back.
For how many hours did you get?
I got like 6.
I got 4.
So how long does that like major phase start or phase the first phase start?